Yes, people, welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV, not AFTV. We should have got some black and white paint for this, actually, Robbie, to be fair, mate. Get rid of this. But thanks to the guys behind the scenes there sorting this one out. We've had a bit of a technical issue, so they've helped me out. So, Robbie, you're here. Welcome to the tour, mate.
You look better with that mic, man.
I don't know, mate. I don't know now.
Suits you, man. The red and white.
Should have got a black and white one. But how are you doing, mate? Welcome to the tour. You like it up here, don't you? Spend the weekend? Nice.
No, listen, it's nice up here. I mean, it's a bit cold. You know what I mean? A lot colder than when we left London, but no, it's good to be here. You know what I mean? I always look forward to coming up here. It's Newcastle's a footballing town, you know what I mean? And from afar, we've been seeing the things that Newcastle have been doing this season, and it's been amazing. So this is going to be a massive test for Arsenal, you know what I mean? It was last year. I remember the year before when we came here, you literally ended our top 4 hopes. So it was great last year to come here and get a little bit of revenge for that. But I think this game is very, very important for Arsenal, you know what I mean? It's a very, very tough game. But I think Arsenal have risen to those games this season, you know what I mean? We had the poor performance in our last away game in the Premier League against Chelsea, but I thought we showed a lot of character to come back and make it 2-2. We could actually have won that game in the end. And there was a game just before that against Man City where we beat them. You know, so we've had some good results this season, and we played a lot of the top teams, you know what I mean? So, and we're still unbeaten in the league. So I'm looking forward to this game. I think it's going to be really, really good. It
is, I'm sure it will be. It's on TV, 5:30 for that exact reason. I think, Robbie, since the takeover then, you mentioned it there, 2 games at St James's Park for the Gunners, 1 loss, 1 win. We're all even now. Tomorrow, how do you see it pan now?
I fancy us. I think, listen, it's going to be really, really tough. I think it's going to be a really, really close game. You know what I mean? I don't think there's massive differences in the 2 teams, but I just, you know, we were unbeaten this season, and especially away from home, apart from that Chelsea game really, we've been playing with a lot of control, and I just think that the players know this is a big game, and we've got a few difference makers in the team. I mean, Declan Rice coming in, he's been absolutely amazing for us. And I know that Newcastle, one of the areas of strength is midfield, but, you know, I think if we would have been coming into this game ordinarily and no Thomas Partey's playing, we'd be all a bit worried. But with Declan Rice and Jorginho, who started last year and did very well here, I thought, in the midfield, I think that will be them 2 in midfield and Martin Odegaard. I think it's going to be an exciting game. We've got a good defence as well. I think, listen, take the game away from the other night. There was a load of, just like you guys, you made a load of changes, but you playing a dreadful team, right? But we made a load of changes, and we didn't play well at all. But I think, you know, this will be the first team in there, and it's going to be a completely different game.
Because we're going to mix this one up, Robbie. We're going to do a combined 11, which would have been an absolute waste of time in previous years gone by, to be honest with you. I think we did one a few years ago, actually, down there. We'll have to check that one out again. But the full match preview is on EFTV, where I'm on there. So if you want to hear our score prediction stuff, head over there. Robbie, let's start off then. Combined 11.
Yeah.
In goal. You don't even know who your number 1 is these days.
I know,
so how are you going to pick one
it's
for me?
just a mad thing, you know what I mean? I'm still an Aaron Ramsdale fan, you know what I mean? And if it would have been down to sort of Aaron Ramsdale, Nick Pope, I go for Aaron Ramsdale. I think Nick Pope's a very, very good goalkeeper, but I'm not sure about him playing out from the back. And, you know, I'm not sure I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. You watch him every week. It just seems to me sometimes when I watch him that shots that come down low, he gets down a bit slowly too. That's just everything else he's top drawer at, but it's just that. That's what I see. So I'd have Aaron Ramsdale. Raya, I don't know. I've not seen.
Oh no.
Raya, his distribution is actually good, but Raya I've not seen enough. I'd go. That's it. First of all, I've got to pick who we're going with first. You know. So all right. Listen, I guess if it's going to be Raya, because it will be Raya who'll start that game. Then I'll probably have to go for Nick Pope.
Newcastle have actually been linked with Ramsdale for that reason in terms of Pope's distribution. And decision making at time from crosses isn't great, but traditional goalkeeping and shot stopper, one of the best. Yeah, and he's still got that clean sheet record. For me, mate, I'd still argue Nick Pope on his day. I think
if it was Ramsdale, Nick Pope, I'd go Ramsdale. But because Raya's going to start, I can't really put him in front of Nick Pope right now, if I'm being honest.
Get in, 1-0 up, lads.
All right.
There's one. Nick Pope and goal. Right back?
Right back, I'm going Ben White.
No.
I'm going
Trippier's
Ben
been
White.
the best in the league by
now,
far.
Trippier has been good, but I don't know. I'm a massive fan of Ben White, man. I mean, going forward, his combinations with Saka has been brilliant, and defensively he's very, very strong. It is a really close one, this one, because Trippier has been very good. It is tough.
Most assists, Trippier as well. Set pieces.
Yeah, his
everything.
set pieces are good.
I've got to argue Trippier, but if you want, you can we'll leave the right back in the comments if you want.
Yeah, it's a
probably the
close
closest
one.
we're
It's a
going to have.
close
That,
one.
isn't
It probably
the closest one we're going to have.
Listen, I gave you Nick Pope, man. I ain't giving you Trippier as well. You know what I mean?
Right. Well,
but it is a close one. I know that is close.
It is
close.
And use the side for that one.
Yeah.
Centre backs then. See, it's hard for us because Botman's out.
Yeah, Saliba.
Yeah, I'll give you
and
that.
Gabriel for me.
Yeah.
I like Botman, but Saliba and Gabriel's been a brilliant combination for me. Saliba, to me, as I said, I like Botman. I can't think right now of a better centre back currently. I'm not saying that you obviously have Van Dijks and people, but currently, I think he's the best. Currently, because he's got everything.
He has,
He's got absolutely everything.
He definitely put Saliba in there, but for me, Fabian Schär's been unbelievable now. £3 million, signed him years ago. Steve Bruce
Took him a while
didn't
to get
think
going,
he was that
innit?
good enough, but he's been sensational.
Took him a while to get going. I do like him. He's decent.
He's got everything. He's got scores, screamers in the Champions League against PSG.
got a good
Keeps
shot on
clean
him,
sheets
yeah.
at the back.
But Gabriel's been excellent as well for us. Scores goals as well, brilliant from set piece headers. Strong, aggressive. Those two in combination. You got one who's like sort of your Rolls Royce, glides around, but strong, great on the ball, great in one-on-one. And then you got the other ones ultra aggressive. And Saliba, I remember in that game against City, Haaland didn't have one shot on goal. Those two locked him off.
Botman locked him up at Etihad as well. For me, it would be Sven Botman all day long. He's one of the best young defenders in Europe. He's going to have a tremendous career. But
Saliba, Gabriel, all right.
Left back.
Left back.
I got Dan Burn is for us, but
The funny thing is, right?
I really like Dan Burn. He's been put into a position
has
there.
not been having the greatest of season. Normally, he's straight in. I'll be like straight in Zinchenko. He's not been having the greatest of seasons, but the guy sort of come in, who's been sort of starting a lot of these games, particularly away from home, which is Tomiyasu, has been excellent. He wins every header. He's quick. He's strong. He brings the ball forward very well. I put him above Dan Burn as well. So I'm actually, but pure left backs who can skill, drop into midfield, invert. Zinchenko's been brilliant.
See, I would have probably
shaky. I don't think you start tomorrow. I think it's Tomiyasu will.
Yeah, see, for me, Dan Burn, he's came and he's done an unreal job for someone who's not a left back, traditional centre back.
Yeah.
He came in there, he's tall, he looks unorthodox, but he's solid, and he scores some goals as well. But for me, I tell you what we could do here, Robbie. We could put Trippier at left back like he does for England. You can have Ben White at right back.
Let's do that.
We'll solve that.
Yeah.
So we've both got full back.
Yeah.
We'll do that because both our your left back hasn't been on great form, and Dan Burn.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's move into midfield now. This should get interesting for me. Let's get the best midfielder straight in there, Bruno Guimaraes.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let's slow down a bit. You know what I mean? Because Bruno. I like Bruno Guimaraes, but there's Martin Odegaard who can go in there. Declan Rice is 100
straight away. Yeah.
Right, so he's in there. Declan Rice, Bruno Guimaraes, Martin Odegaard is what I'd go.
It's hard to argue that one, to be fair. I mean, I'd love to chuck in Joe Linton there as well. I love Joe Linton.
Although I did like Bruno, I stopped liking him when I started it when he did that ad. When he's Bruno Guimaraes, didn't he do something one time? He was talking about why. I don't know. He dissed Arsenal.
Oh, he did, because he said he turned you down when he had a chance.
Yeah. Actually, he's out of it.
You put it on Twitter, didn't he? You put it on thing.
Yeah, something like that. I was like, hey. But I do like him. He's a good player, man.
Yeah, well, we'll settle for that. I'd love to, like I say, bring in Joe Linton. He's a star. He's a machine.
Yeah.
And Sean Longstaff as well. Local lads having an unbelievable season.
Good player.
But Odegaard, on his day, that's true. Forward line then, I've got it. Well, I can make a case for a couple here, but let's see what you're saying.
Saka's there.
Yeah, he's scored straight in. No doubt. Although he hasn't been on. He's top form, has he? So far. Or is that just a bit
you know the thing is, there's a lot of people said he hasn't been on. He's not been scintillating by last.
Is that just because he's set the standard so high now?
But his numbers are still there. He's still scoring goals. He's still creating assists. He's had a goal involvement like every game in the last 6 games. He's still doing the job.
Maybe that's some match of the day bias then, or something.
Without being his, so Saka, if he's fit, I guess I can't go for him because he's not going to be fit for this game. He'd be Jesus. Although there's rumours he could be fit. I don't know.
Where's that came from?
There's rumours, but I don't know, right?
It's so funny, not like.
I'll go with the players that are fit, right? So I go Saka, Martinelli. Although I like Almiron, but Almiron plays on the right though, isn't it?
But he can't play on the left. He plays there for Paraguay, and he played the other day and scored against Man U.
He's not playing in my team, right? It's Martinelli on the left. And down the middle, I think I'd have to go Callum Wilson.
All day long. Easily Callum Wilson.
Although, hat-trick last week for Eddie.
Oh, don't start that. Callum Wilson. Mate, you would take Wilson over Nketiah. Let's not lie. This is on the Newcastle channel. You don't make many Arsenal fans watching. You don't have to lie about Nketiah getting ahead of Wilson.
I do like Callum Wilson. I like Isak. I must admit, I don't wish injuries on any player, man. But when I heard he was out, I was like, that's a bit of a relief. He's quality.
So you're trucking.
He's really. I always thought he was good, but he's been better than I thought he was going to be when I've seen him at Newcastle. Isak, really good player. Yeah,
so Isak for me, I'd definitely make a claim for him on the left. I know you obviously you love Martinelli, but for me, Isak, again, a player that was linked for Arsenal for so long. Yep. You always see these Thierry Henry comparisons.
He's good.
He's a top class player.
Yeah.
Top, but obviously he's out for a few months. And honestly, mate. Yeah, well, until next month. So he was out for about 4 or 5 weeks at the start, but he's already been out about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So, and even Anthony Gordon, I'd love to put Anthony Gordon there.
He's played well this season, Gordon.
Really good.
He's
End product's there now.
Yeah.
Lightning quick, tracks back. He's
works his socks off.
Yeah,
I do like him. But
honestly, he ain't
as good as Martinelli. I mean, Martinelli, to me right now, one of the best left backs in the league. He's quality. Finishing's brilliant. Every game he plays in, he just creates chaos. So hard to deal with.
Well, we'll see. We'll find out tomorrow then who's right and who's wrong on these selections. Make sure you drop yours in the comments below. I think I got about 4 players in there, did I? 4 or 5?
If you got,
Pope, Trippier, Bruno, Wilson. 4.
Yeah, Wilson. Yeah. Pope.
4.
Yeah,
I'll take that because people last year, the year before that, -4 would have been. Wouldn't even have got anyone on the bench back in the day. So.
No. Listen, you got a good side, and even some of the players where they haven't made it in. It's close.
Very close.
It's close, man. I am impressed with Newcastle's team. They got a good side, man. And I have to say, what I like about Newcastle is the manager. I like the fact that it's an English manager that's doing what he's doing. You know what I mean? Because I didn't think when Eddie Howe got the job, I just thought he was a little temporary manager for the big dogs that's coming in. But
you remember on the Saturday football show? I'm not sure if you're on that one, but AJT and everything laughed at me for saying Eddie Howe was. I predicted this. Not this soon, but I rated him. I said he stepped on just because it was little Bournemouth. The job he did there from League 2 to the Premiership, kept him there for 5 years.
I honestly thought he was just passing through, man, for
warming
warming the seat for one of the big dogs. And when you see what he's doing and you compare that to, say, the big shiny name of Ten Hag,
exactly.
You know what I mean? It just goes to show that sometimes, we've got some good managers here. Look at, I like that Gary O'Neill as well. There's Wolves, similar thing. You know what I mean? It gets dissed. So. I like that, but the friendship's over now. It's all about tomorrow, right? Tomorrow's war.
Oh, he sees it now. So look how serious he gets now. He's in the title race. I tell you what, mate, right? We'll see you tomorrow, people. Make sure you check out EFTV. Got my previews on there as well. Fan cams tomorrow. Let's hope I'm smiling and not you, mate. Enjoy the tune. Enjoy yourself, mate. Big up.